Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in. We got Athlete over there in the box on DLive. Athlete's been showing up early. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We are preheating this oven to 11,000 and beyond. Here, Bitcoin slipping under 12K this morning. And a high of 11.8 there for Bitcoin and a low of 11.6. Trying to find some support, but it seems like we have somewhat of some support above 11.5, closer to 12. So we're going to preheat this oven 11K and beyond. Today we'll be talking about the DeFi gains. Guys, I've made some gains with the DeFi coins. We've also made gains as a community with our virtual portfolio. We're going to check out. I want to talk about YEARN, which has now surpassed the price of Bitcoin. This YEARN Finance YFI costs more than one Bitcoin. Granted that the circulating supply is a lot less as well, but I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a lot of these coins. CRV, I've made some moves on. I've been making gains, as well as our portfolio has been making gains as well, the community portfolio. So we'll pull it up. Good morning. Finally caught you live from the beginning. Shout out to MA. Good morning to you as well. We're just starting 11K and beyond out here, guys. We're preheating these crypto ovens. Shout out to Johnson. I know it's a little noisy, but they're cleaning the house over here. They're mowing the lawn outside, so forgive me if it's a bit noisy. We'll proceed forward. So shout out to Kakri, Phillips, Athlete, and the rest of the boomers. I want to dive deeper into these DeFi coins. These things keep growing, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I mean, we called it to a T. I mean, last year, or even more than a year ago, we were like, guys, watch out, DeFi. It was like, I mean, it was almost like a perfect narrative. We're like, you know, the main event in 2020, the first one that we were going to expect was that Bitcoin halving, okay? And that was a major event, you know, and it did propel the price pretty high. I mean, we were substantially under 10,000, and that Bitcoin halving event did positively impact the price. But I said it, you know, as soon as this event is over, people are going to be focusing on other things. And I always alluded to the possibility of Ether and DeFi. And in fact, it seems like I was right on the money. You know, no one's talking about BTC the way they used to. Now it's all the focus is on Ether and these DeFi coins. Bitcoin's not king anymore. Yeah, it is. It is king. It is king. Right now, just the focus right now is on other coins. You know, Wi-Fi or YEARN Finance is more than Bitcoin as far as price, but their circulating supply is very, very low. I think there's only going to be like 20,000 YEARN Finance coins. And because of that, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this one is really, you know, low circulating supply. It reminded me of Maker. So this was sometime last week. I let you guys know. I didn't even have time to put it in our community portfolio or anything. I just saw it. I made the move there on Binance, and we have more than doubled up on that move on YFI. So we'll be talking about it. So I mean, I'm riding the train. I still got bags of YFI. I've taken some profits though. I've definitely taken some profits earlier this week. I didn't think it was going to go so fast. I mean, one of those days when it went up like 25%, I took about almost 50% profit. But yeah, let me turn off these coins, share my screen. You can see Bitcoin trading sideways, 11.8, which is good. This is good. I think this is really good. You know, obviously, we would like for the price to be higher, but this is substantially higher than what I expected. So, you know, at 11.8, and the fact that we pulled back a little, we're consolidating here. I think this is all bullish. This trend appears to me to be going up. So, you know, everything's good right now. Let me go ahead and run down CoinGecko, see what the prices are. We'll run down these DeFi coins. They have been the talk of the town, and we've gotten some questions here asking whether I believe DeFi is in a bubble. I think to a certain extent there's bubbles everywhere, right? I mean, even in the traditional markets, we're in an odd time. People really don't understand the value of cash right now, being that it's being printed to what seems like infinity, and you know, it's a very, very strange time. And what you're seeing is people trying to flee into hard assets, whether it be metals, real estate, cryptos, or whatnot. And it's still too early to call us to see what the real price of all these assets are, including cash. But anyhow, you got Bitcoin looking strong. The Bitcoin dominance has decreased, which shows that there's obvious interest in these altcoins. Bitcoin dominance at 57.6. So Bitcoin is king, but I will expect Bitcoin to lose some market share in the next few years to Ether and some of these other coins, which is okay. I mean, Bitcoin's still going to remain king, but there's other coins coming up. And one thing that I actually was thinking about, Ether may be more valuable than the market cap reflects, and I'll tell you guys why. Because a lot of Bitcoin is wrapped in Ethereum, the WBTC. So people are actually depositing Bitcoin as a collateral to operate on these decentralized finance platforms that are supported by Ether. So my understanding is there's a substantial amount of Bitcoin wrapped in Ether, which is not reflected in the Ether price. Furthermore, you have ERC20 tokens like Chainlink and all these other DeFi that are within Ether. So you see the Ether market cap's $45 billion. Chainlink's market cap's $6 billion. So, I mean, technically, that market cap, that value belongs to Ethereum for now. You see what I'm saying? So if you add that WBTC value, that Chainlink value, and the rest of the DeFi coin value, one could argue that the market cap is equal to or maybe even greater than Bitcoin. It's one way to look at it, okay? And I'm not saying one's better than the other. Guys, I got more BTC than ETH, okay? Because it's been around longer. But I'm bullish on ETH, and I think in the short to midterm, ETH will gain more weight than Bitcoin. And I've said this several times here on the channel. In my opinion, the only two blue chip tokens in all of crypto are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything else is just speculation. Maybe some people want to add Ripple, but I beg to differ. I don't see anybody using Ripple other than, the bankers saying that they're going to use it one day. People don't use Ripple, okay? People are using Bitcoin and Ether, and you know that, okay? People are using Ether all the time with this DeFi stuff, and Bitcoin I don't even need to talk about. Now, all the rest of the coins, sometimes people use them, sometimes they don't. It's all out of spec. Okay, I like Chainlink. I'm very excited about it cracking into the top 5, but it's still too early to call. And there is other oracles now that are gaining weight, specifically Band. There's another one called Dia, and there's a few others. There's a few other oracles that are gaining weight. So let me keep going down the list here. Chainlink at 1634, Binance at 291, Litecoin at 62, Cardano at 13. 206 for Satoshi Vision. I don't even know why this is still around. Binance is number 10 again, $23. EOS at 341. Crypto.com coin kind of meeting some resistance here. It doesn't seem to be able to crack in to the top 10 and remain there. Crypto.com kind of stuck there at 16 cents. Well, I like it though. Tezos there at 374, Stellar at 10, and then Tron at 2 cents. Let's run down these DeFi coins, guys, and that's the talk of the town, and I'm glad that we made movements on this. Chainlink has been the top performer for the past couple of years in crypto, outperforming Bitcoin. SYNTHEX now number 2. SYNTHETIX. I always say SYNTHEX, but it's SYNTHETIX network token, and this one is up 13% in the past 7 days, up 6% in the past 24 hours. You got Lend over there doing all right. Maker. Compound. Maker is the OG here. Maker is the OG, and it's been number 1 before, and then it loses its ranking. Right now, the two platforms that I see used the most are Maker and Compound. But, SYNTHETIX and Lend have recently pulled ahead, and they have become more popular as of late. But how about YEARN Finance? Now a $14,780 coin, almost a $15,000 coin. This thing is kapumping. I got in around 5,000, so this thing has literally like 3x'd on us. I've been taking profits every time I see it go green. I take profits. So I wish I would have held a little longer, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. YEARN Finance, how about that? This is another decentralized finance protocol that's been gaining weight. The reason that the price is so high is because look at the circulating supply. Let's go ahead and I think it's 20,000 or something like that. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Circulating supply is going to be 30,000 coins, and right now 29, almost all of them are circulating out there. So the circulating supply really low, 30,000 coins. It's one of the coins with the least amount of supply. So that's why. So this thing could keep going up. I mean, you know, this token could be, you know, I don't know, 50,000, 100. I don't know if it continues to behave the way it's behaving. Again, you know, this, we don't know. It's still too early to call. But in the past 30 days, it's up 1,281%. In the past 14 days, it's up 256%. So this thing's gaining weight, guys, gaining serious weight. So how about YEARN Finance, YFI? If you guys want to check out the website, you can see here it's got a real clean user interface, which is probably another reason people are using it. Champ bought a YFI. Yeah, I got me a little bag earlier this weekend. I talked about it, Johnson. I talked about it. I just picked up some YFI. I mean, it wasn't a wild play or anything. I didn't dump like the whole bag on it. But yeah, I picked up some YFI, and all this week, as it's been going green, I've been taking profits. I've been, you know, I sold, I think, 20% and another 30% or stuff like that. So I'm down to a lot less YEARN than I had before, but I still have a little bag there. Now, to be clear, with all these DeFi coins, guys, I'm not really interested in hodling any of these coins. I'm just, you know, I'm swing trading. It's basically the best adjective to describe what's going on. So, you know, if I see something going red on one of these DeFi coins that I've identified as attractive, then, you know, I may take a stab at it. And then if I see it go green, like I've seen YFI green almost every day, basically every day. So, you know, every other day I've taken a little bit of profits. What is YFI though? How it works? It's a decentralized finance protocol. So you could see it here. You can provide liquidity. It shops, I believe, for the best APR deals on all these DeFis and whatnot. So it's just another entry point to decentralized finance. So most of them are about the same. You know, they allow you to lend or borrow, but you know, there's some differences. Like SYNTHETIX has a little bit of a different layout and a tokenization protocol than, let's say, you know, Compound. Then you got REN. Kyber's another one I like, but you know, then you got Band, which is an oracle. This one, it works in the DeFi space, but it provides information like Chainlink. So you don't go to borrow or lend on the Chainlink platform, although it does work within that DeFi space. So, yeah, the DeFi space is borrowing and lending without a bank. Okay. And then all the coins that are in the DeFi space, they may do something a little different than the other, but they're all facilitating borrowing and lending without a third party. So Chainlink, what it does is it provides data feeds to the smart contracts that are providing this borrowing and lending service. It lets the protocol know what the prices are for the underlying assets. That's why it's an oracle. And some of these oracles are going to be a little bit more sophisticated than just price. They could be conditional. So like I was looking at I think it was the DIA or some other oracle that you can actually program the oracle. So you could tell it like, oh, if this happens, then trigger that and then do this. Like, you know, if the price drops, then send a message to Telegram, and then the Telegram sends the message to the smart contract, or some sort of an operation like that it's conditional. And, you know, in the future, this is valuable because, you know, you could set up smart contracts that can be locked or unlocked or behave based on conditions in the real world. And those conditions, the information is being provided by a data oracle, whether it be, you know, Band, Chainlink, DIA, or some of the other ones. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why Chainlink appears to be so valuable, because it's providing information to so many of these so many of these platforms. So, yeah, I did pick up Band. This is one that I'm interested in. YEARN, it's been some gains. I do have SYNTHETIX, Aave, and we have that in our bag. Kyber's one that I've been waiting for it to boom again, but it hasn't. It's kind of been staying around there steady, you know, around $1.60. I've seen it up, you know, as close to like $1.90, almost $2 as of late. What is attractive about Kyber is that just by holding Kyber in your wallet, you can earn Ether by staking, you know. So if you leave it there on Binance, you can earn Ether. And yeah, I think it's paid every once a month or whatever, but they don't charge any fees. So yeah, it's something to consider. Now, you know, all these tokens, guys, again, like it's like I'm not married or I'm not in love in any of these tokens. And I understand that, you know, we have a lot of them, you know, right now on this list, you know, we have over 50. So, you know, it's obvious to me that not all of them are going to survive. You know, you're going to have your winners and losers. So, you know, I'm going to try to make some gains on some of these. And, you know, the name of the game here, for me at least, is to make gains Bitcoin wise. You know, so that's what I'm trying to do, make Bitcoin gains. And right now I'm writing these altcoins, specifically the DeFi. Let's go ahead and pull up our portfolio here so you guys can see what we have in our bag. It's a little bit different. This is a community portfolio that we've been handling virtually. So, you know, every time we set a trade here, we kind of try to agree with everybody in consensus here in the population of the chat box. These coins we picked as a community. And you can see what we have. And when we do a trade, usually I try to do it publicly here and in tandem with the rest of the community. 15,775. We started this portfolio with $9,150 virtually, and we've almost doubled up the bag. So I'm very happy about this. We haven't been able to get any curve here or YEARN, but you know, we do have Flexa, which has been making gains. Flex is not available on Binance, and it was one that was kind of iffy to me, but we made gains, so I'm happy about that. So there it is. We have everything from Kyber, Compound, SYNTHETIX, Bancor, Flexa, Aave, and Kava. Finally, Kava is making some gains. I may roll Kava into something else. One that I didn't talk about, I just mentioned right now, that I picked up yesterday. There was 2 coins that I picked up yesterday just on speculation. And what I mean by speculation, I look at it like a total gamble. You know, when I just, especially these 2 moves, I picked up Curve, CRV, and the new Justin Sun token that it's being debuted on Tron, which is going to be the DeFi token for Tron, which is the JST. I threw a couple $100 at that, and I think I'm slightly in the red right now. Okay, so with those moves that I'll throw like $100 or $200, you know, like I'm willing to lose it all. Okay, the JST, I was like, you know, I'll give it a whirl. I'll throw 100. I don't know exactly how much it was, but it's around there. You know, throw $100. If I lose it all, then I'm not going to feel some type of way. And that's how I, you know, basically have been handling these baby altcoins. You know, if it's something that's ranked 200, 300, 400 in the market cap, although I still like it, you know, I may give it a whirl. You know, I may give it a whirl, but it's with an amount that wouldn't impact me. Like if I lost the whole bag that I just bought of JST yesterday and I lost a couple $100, I mean, obviously I don't want to lose anything, but it's not going to end my career. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I've been behaving with the majority of these DeFi coins, to tell you the truth. So yeah, let's look at Curve. That token recently debuted, and I noticed that it was on a dip. Curve DAO. It was on a dip. And remember, guys, I'm focusing on the tokens that I like, and if I see it in the red, then I consider buying it. And you can see this curve, it recently came out this month. It's been out for only a few days. You can see it pumped and it dumped, and then I figured, you know, let me try to buy the dip. All-time low is 327. All-time high there is $54. Okay, and this is all in a span of a few days. So this thing really moved. Now it's only $4. You know, after an all-time high just a few days ago of $54. So I was like, you know, this thing may swing back around. Let me take a stab at it. You know, let me take a stab. Let me try to buy the dip. This is my my thought process. So, you know, again, it's just a couple $100. I've had a couple guys jump on the JST train holding until the end of September. Yeah, and you know what? You were the one that, you know, pointed it out to me yesterday, Christozilla, after the broadcast that we did yesterday. I went back and I saw that clip of Justin Sun. I saw what he had to say, and I was like, you know what? I got a couple $100. I don't even think it's $200. I think it was maybe 100 and change. So, you know, I threw something at it just to see, you know. I saw that it was dipping. I was like, well, it's you know, it's down like 8-9% today. Let me just go ahead and take a stab. What do you think about Just Swap? Yeah, you know, I don't know much to say about it, but what I do. The reason I jumped on it's because we know that DeFi is hype right now. The rumor is DeFi. Tron's first DeFi platform, and apparently JST is going to be the only token for all the DeFi platforms. So, you know, based on that rumor, okay, because it's not fully, it's I would call it more of it is kind of news though. But anyway, based on that, I gave it a whirl. But like I said, it can go kaplooey tomorrow. I can lose it all, and I'm not feeling some type of way. Yeah, I wouldn't bet the farm on it, but I saw it. I was like, I like this. Let me give it a whirl. Why not? Let's see if it moves. I saw the price low, and I jumped on it. And I did the same with Curve. So yesterday I picked up Curve and YEARN. But again, guys, this is not me spending, throwing a Bitcoin at it or a few thousand or anything. This is more like buying a lottery ticket. Okay. It's more like buying a lottery ticket. You could see Curve DIO is ranked 199 on the cap. I don't really go for the little baby bear coins. JST, let's see where they're ranked at, 122. Okay, so they're maybe going to crack. I can see this cracking the top 100 into the 100. So maybe if it goes into the 100 and it becomes like a number 70 coin, number 60 coin, I may dump it then. I don't know. It's something to consider. But yeah, I bought the dip on JST. Justin launched DeFi on TRX, just a copycat of Vitalik. I don't even think Vitalik started DeFi. I don't think Vitalik is the one that invented DeFi. It's just something that's been on top of his chain. But listen, it doesn't matter who's copying or what. Where are the gains at? Is there going to be a gain out here or not? Okay. And I think that there's a possibility. So, but let me be clear. Like I've said so many times, all these coins. I'm not interested. Let me repeat this. I am not interested in hodling a coin long term unless it's Bitcoin or Ethereum at this moment. I'm gonna get into the altcoins. I'm gonna make moves, but I'm trying to stack bits and ETH. Justin said himself that all DeFi will go through JSC, so peaked interest. Yeah, that was basically it. I was like, all right, so they got somewhat of a monopoly on DeFi on Tron, and the price is really low, although the circulating supply is super high. Let me just take a stab at it. That was my thought process. So yeah, YEARN right now is the top performer this past week. I'm glad I just jumped on this. This was one that we didn't even have much time to talk about it here on the channel. I did tell you guys though. I let you guys know, but this thing moves so fast. One thing that really attracted me to it, I saw the platform. I saw people talking about it, but the low circulating supply really attracted me. I was like, something with such a low circulating supply here. Let me take a little stab at it. And boom, it really made gains. And this one was another one I threw a couple $100 at too. It wasn't, now I'm kind of kicking myself in the behind. I would have loved to throw a whole Bitcoin at this thing. But, again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, Vitalik needs to up his weights. ETH is expensive, so this is why DeFi projects are looking for faster, cheaper blockchains. Yeah, that's and Tron works fast. That I can attest to. I've used it. It works fast, and it's almost instant payments, and you could do a lot of things on Tron that cheaper and faster than on Ether. Yeah, that's the facts, and I've used it. So guys, I think that as you are in the space longer and longer, it's important for you not to behave like a child that's rooting for their baseball team. Okay, guys, it doesn't matter which team or what. We're looking for gains. It's not whether it's Justin Sun or Vitalik. Guys, a lot of these people in the crypto space, they're behaving like children that are rooting for a specific baseball team. It's like, oh, you like the Yankees? Well, you can't like the Red Sox. Guys, come on. So and a lot of them are still enamored with the idea of decentralization and privacy. And guys, throw it out the window. Bitcoin is a surveillance token. Okay, there is nothing private about it. Maybe some of the transactions may be anonymous, but you know what I'm talking about. You really want the crypto revolution, privacy and decentralizations, then you should be holding all your bag in Monero, or the majority of it. So that's what it is. Yeah, I have to say that because some people get a little clicky, a little tribalistic with these tokens, like like the Chainlink guy or like the Hex guys. Oh, the Hex, and this and that. Like, guy, okay, fine, cool. Like that's cool that you're doing that. Let me hold other tokens too. Point being is that you don't have to just cheer for one team. It doesn't matter. And here's another thing: you could hold Bitcoin and hold Ripple too. And that was one that I was like against too. It's like, but at the end of the day, what's the big difference? There is, the difference is not as great as you think it is. Again, if you're really about that crypto ethos, then have your whole bag in Monero and stop talking. Otherwise, I mean, it's all fair game in my opinion. Now, all that being said, I mean, I still don't have Ripple. McAfee pulled his name from the ghost coin. Anyone shocked? No, I completely even forgot about that. I remember we talked about that for a moment, but I forgot about that one. Shout out to everyone over there on DLive. We got 5 people on DLive. Let me drop some lemons in the chest here. I got that BTT icon now thanks to Athlete. He let me know how to add that little icon. So if you want to tip in BTT, you can as well. So kaboom. I'm going to go ahead and pass out some lemons, guys. I do this every day. Let me share a couple memes. How dare you? I got to get a couple new stickers. CryptoZilla's got some pretty danky ones. Throw a Ric Flair. And a Donnie. Let's go ahead and pass out these lemons. Click claim rewards on your end and let's make it happen. The lucky winner is Athlete and Furious Cabbage. Boom, Cabbage. When Athlete's been showing up to the game early, so he's earning his tokens. Shout out to Athlete, and I appreciate the 20 that you dropped me today as well. And shout out to Cabbage. Athlete just donated 3 ice cream. Thank you so much. And Cabbage got 37 lemons. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. We got some winners over here. Thank you for the ice cream there, Cabbage. I appreciate it. I like that. People win. They give back. I try to pass out these lemons. This is what we do. These guys, imagine one of these days these lemons end up being, I don't know, $5 a lemon or something. It would be pretty wild. So there you go. I like that meme. What is that? The Predator? CryptoZilla? Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to everybody on DLive. I just passed out the lemons. I'm multi-streaming with Restream.io, and you can be watching this on both DLive and YouTube. Let's go ahead and run down the markets today. Let's see the S&P after an all-time high. An all-time high. How about that, guys? All-time high. And the economy, you can't make this stuff up. It's wild, guys. It's wild. Fake and rigged. S&P now at 33.71. Dow there at 27.610. Things are cooling off a little bit. It's pulling back, or not even a pullback. It's basically trading sideways. And I would expect that. What do you guys expect? I mean, we hit the all-time high. What do you want it to keep going? Keep going? Let it cool off for a second. We may come back next week and attack again. But right now it's looking good. 33.70 on S&P. Dow there at 27.604. Crude oil is down slightly there at 41.84. Let's see the metals. See how gold is behaving. Gold at 1940, getting a little bit under pressure. Silver there at 26,995. So everything is kind of cooling off here for a second, but I'm not concerned. I think this is a healthy pullback. You see the U.S. dollar currency index is at 93. It's still weak, but a little bit better than yesterday. Bonds are also under pressure, down 5%, almost 6% on the 10-year at 0.646. You got the cryptos also now finally pulling back into the green. So let's see. You know, this is kind of a consolidation period. Let's run down the headlines and see what Wall Street Journal is saying. U.S. weekly jobless benefit claims rise to 1.1 million, a little bit more than before. Stocks futures slip as jobless claims tick higher. So, you know, this is just for the short term. And let's see here. I saw an article. There it is. YFI becomes first altcoin to exceed the price of Bitcoin. We just talked about this. The price of YEARN Finance YFI's token surpassed the price of Bitcoin at 13,444. But it's more arbitrary than psychological. YEARN Finance native governance token YFI became the first ever altcoin to surpass the price of Bitcoin on August 20th. It spiked to as high as 13,444 on Binance, fueled by the growing demand for decentralized finance. The sentiment around Wi-Fi, or I don't even know how we should pronounce this, or YFI. Wi-Fi sounds good. Some believe YFI is primed for a pullback. Others foresee more growth potential over the long term. I mean, you know, I normally would. I mean, I wouldn't buy into such a parabolic rise. But, you know, if you would have gotten in midway, you still would have been making gains. How high could this go? I have no idea. What is Wi-Fi and why has it surged so much? YEARN Finance is a DeFi protocol that launched in July with no pre-mine in a decentralized setting by developer Andre Cronje. It is the first protocol on Ether that claims to give token holders all the power to govern the network. Just a month ago, YEARN Finance was trading around $1,000. YFI is up more than 10x in 1 month, climbing to 10,000 and more. If you're not familiar with YEARN, you can think of it as a smart bank account that automatically allocates your assets to different low-risk investment strategies that execute on the Ether blockchain. So the low supply means a higher price for YFI. Some investors in the DeFi space say that YFI has the potential to grow as its supply has been nearly fully minted. Meanwhile, YEARN Finance also unveiled a new product called YInsure.finance to target DeFi insurance market. Ooh, this is sexy. Kang previously stated the sector has the potential to become the new billion-dollar market. Whoa. There we go. Keep an eye on this right now. We just got a little information here. Okay. The decentralized insurance market. Okay. This may be the new hype. Keep an eye on this, guys. YInsure. Let's look at this. Okay. And for similar tokens, I didn't even know that this existed until reading this right now. So, you know, new boom alert, a potential new boomer. So yeah, this just forwards you to the YEARN Finance website. So it's not even built out yet. But keep an eye on decentralized insurance. Big deal, big deal, big deal. New potential boomer alert. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. Oh my God, doubled out of nowhere. I almost forgot about that one. This thing moved so fast that I didn't even have time to discuss it and trade into it on our virtual portfolio. I mean, I did mention it and I talked about it briefly, but I took a stab at it. I think it was like last week or early this week or maybe this weekend. I don't, you know, about 7 days ago, give or take a few days. Yeah, I threw a couple $100 on it and the thing has been riding and I've been taking little profits here and there and I rolled them into other tokens. I picked up CRV. I got some SYNTHETIX. I even picked up some JST yesterday, and it's still that one. I'm in the red. I actually lost a little bit on that play, but let's see. I'll sit on JST for a few days or a week, and let's see if it moves. But yeah, keep an eye out for this decentralized insurance, and it looks like YFI is going to be one of the first in that space. Exciting, guys! Exciting. Very, very exciting. Let's check out Wall Street Journal. We read that. They're just talking about the unemployment claims, and we already covered that. Shout out to everybody on D Live. I already passed out the lemons. So if you're looking for lemons, we already passed them out. And we talked about JST. Shout out to YEARN. Wow, how about that? YEARN Finance making gains. And then I've been really looking at this. Well, not looking. I've actually got into CRV. And this thing is down. I started buying yesterday CRV because I saw it down. So, you know, now in the past hour, it's up 2%. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on this. With a low of $3 and a high of 54, a current price of $4, to me, it's worth the stab. You know? And there's another one that I have on my radar, DIA. This is another Oracle platform. DIA. It's still small cap, but it's moving. This one's moving as well. Data Oracle. Keep an eye on this one. This one's heavily traded on Uniswap. Kaboom. I'll take a few more comments and questions. I think we covered most of it. So yeah, I picked up some CRV, some JST. We got Lens. We got SYNTHETIX. I may dump the Kava. I don't know. Like for a while there, I was like Kava, but now it seems like Kava's losing in the rankings. Although it's kind of green today, so maybe I'll just get rid of it. I don't know. I'll keep you guys informed. Again, here is our community bag. We do have Kava in there, and you can see it's the one that we have the least equity in right now. And since it's up 8% in the past 24 hours, you know, I may consider. How about maybe dumping half this Kava and getting CRV? How about that? What do you guys think about that? Maybe just to even do a virtual trade right now, being that Kava's up, you know, and rotate it, you know, take half this bag. So we got 33.39 worth of USD in Kava. So taking half this bag, like about $1,600 and buying CRV maybe. What do you guys think about that? And again, there'll be a virtual move, and we're doing this for entertainment and educational purposes. Yeah, maybe we can get like 400 of these coins. I think we're going to do that. Yeah, that's about right. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, yeah, I decided we're gonna do that, guys. We're gonna rotate half the Kava bag into Curve. So I just added 400 Curve tokens here, and I'll remove half this bag here, 1669. So I'll leave this here at 350 tokens. I think like. Boom. Yeah, that's about right. So yeah, we just rotated. Since Kava was up, and I haven't been that hype about it in the past week. Now I see it up. It's up 8% in the past 24. So I rotated that into what's down, which is Curve. Okay, I took half the bag though. We had 700 Kava tokens, so we sold half of them, and then took that capital and rotated into Curve. And again, this is all virtual, but we're handling it like if it's real. So boom, we just made that play. Let's look at our pie chart so you can see our splits. We got pretty nice even splits here. We have about 10% in every token, with the exception of Lend. So you can see we got SYNTHETIX, Curve, Compound, Lend, Kyber, Kava, Flexa, and Bancor. Shout out to Lady Plants. Good morning. Yeah, we just took some gains from Kava and picked up some CRV. That's what we just did. I'm kind of wishing we had Flexa in this portfolio. But Flexa came out of nowhere. It just, not Flexa, excuse me, YEARN. It came out of left field. YEARN is like boom, in a week, a couple of weeks, this thing boomed. I don't even think when we started this portfolio that YEARN was even up. Like that, when we started this portfolio, it didn't even exist. So anyhow, this is what we have. We'll keep an eye on it. $15,721. So kaboom. All right, guys, if there's no other comments and questions, I'll proceed with the day. Make sure you guys do exercise. I know Lady Plants is probably swimming in the pool right now, staying strong. And guys, lift some weights. Don't look like Vitalik. When was the last time Vitalik hit the gym, if ever? So yeah, before we take off, let me know, you guys, if you guys in any other place. I know some of you guys are DeFiing as well. I know Lady Plants has some KNC that she's been happy about. So let me get a little temperature check here. Did any of you guys pick up any coins this week? Which ones? Drop a little comment here. I want to kind of see where you guys are at. And also, which tokens are you looking to get into? One token that I haven't been able to jump on that I've been looking to get into was REN. REN did very well. You could see REN here. And I've been saying this for like 2 weeks. Like, yeah, I want to get into REN. But every time I look at REN, it's in the green. And there it is. It's finally dumping today. So maybe today is the time to pick up REN. Sheesh, maybe I should have gotten some REN with those Kava gains instead of CRV. Okay, but anyway, so it's down. REN, Loop Ring was another one that I'm interested in. Band, I picked up Band earlier this week. Band Protocol. Roger Ripple said picked Solve. That one I don't know about. Solve. Casey said Pirate Chain. That one I don't know about either. And then MA says buying more Cardano. Okay. Which one's Solve? Let me check this one out. I've never heard of this one, Roger. KC love more Cardano and Chainlink. Yeah, I like both the tokens. I think they're pretty good. I think they're going to stick around. But me personally, I'm not looking for any more Cardano or Chainlink. I'm looking for more ETH and Bitcoin. It's not like I wouldn't accept it, right? Like, I just feel that with the altcoins, there's plenty of other smaller coins that may move faster. You know what I mean? And then if you're asking me to like hold it, for that I just hold Bitcoin and Ether. But that's not in any way to throw any shade at Cardano or Chainlink, because specifically Chainlink, if you've been holding Chainlink, you really did well. So this is Solve Care. Roger Ripple's been talking about insurance, healthcare on the blockchain. Okay, I'll keep an eye on this. I've never heard about this, but certainly an interesting, cool idea, bro. Like so many things in crypto that are good ideas. Hopefully it works. I'll keep an eye on it. KC said, yeah, I wish I would have never let go of my Ether for OMG. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. It's a lot easier and safer, in my opinion, just to hold on to Bitcoin and ETH. Because, you could pretty much bet on it going up, although, anything's possible. But I see it, as a lot more stable than, you know, something like Curve, for instance, you know. It may boom, or even like YEARN, you know. YEARN is so new. Like, yeah, it moved, you know, 3x in the past couple of weeks, but, you know, are you going to hold your value there? No, probably not, you know. $11,808 there on Bitcoin. And that's what it is, guys. I'm going to start tuning down here. Thank you for the love today. I appreciate everybody throwing me lemons over there on DLive. And thank you for tuning in. Make sure you let your friends, your family, the rest of the animals on the farm know that we're here every single weekday booming with the best of them. The original blockchain cryptomaniac boomers deep in the foxholes of the blockchain battlefield trenches, shooting, sniping at whatever moves, at the funny bunny, really. And the baby bear cubs, too. Indeed, guys. On that note, I'm out of here. Stay strong, guys. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thank you for tuning in.